Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back to the channel and a match review as we look at how FC Barcelona tore through Real Sociedad, recording a 6-1 win as the Catalans continued their impressive league form to keep up with Atletico and Real Madrid at the top of the table in La Liga's three-horse title race. So in this video we're going to quickly look at the tactical setup of both teams before briefly looking at Barcelona's performance on the night, then discussing the negatives and positives from the performance, as well as pick our man of the match. Now a quick reminder to hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video so you can stay up to date with all the coverage of all things Barcelona on this channel. Let's go ahead and look at the tactical setup from both teams. Sociedad set up with a 3-4-3 as they tried to match Barcelona's setup with the following players. In goals, Ramiro, a back three of Zubeldia, Zubimendi and Lenormand, Gorsabel and Michelens in the fullback areas, the midfield duo of Guevara and Merino, and up front they had a front three of Portu, Isaac and Oyarzabal. Barcelona, on the other hand, decided to go with the same starting 11 that we've seen them use since PSG, with a 3-4-1-2 with the following players. In goals, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, a back three of Mingueza, De Jong and Longley, Alba and Dest in the fullback areas, with a midfield duo of Busquets and Pedri, and up front, Griezmann, Messi and Ousmane Dembele. Let's now briefly look at how Barcelona performed in this game. From the early exchanges, Barca looked like a team with fire in their bellies. They pressed Sociedad and they just generally looked as dominant as they did in the away matches against PSG and Sevilla. However, unlike the two aforementioned matches, Barcelona's early possession did not result in many goal-scoring chances, as in the initial stages Sociedad were doing a very good job of cancelling out Barcelona, with the whole 3-4-3 system that they were employing. In fact, it was La Real who had the first clear-cut scoring chance after Isaac won the ball off De Jong and he ran into the Barcelona box where he cut in on his right foot for drawing a point-blank save from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. That save was the first of two big saves the German would make, but before he could make the second save, Barca finally managed to breach Sociedad's stubborn defense. Griezmann tucked in a rebound after Ramiro pulled off a spectacular point-blank save of his own from Ousmane Dembele, this happening not long after Ramiro had deflected a Dest cross onto his crossbar. Should also mention that there was some wonderful work by Jordi Alba down the left to create the chance for Dembele. Sociedad then nearly equalized, but for a spectacular save from Marc-Andre ter Stegen to once again deny Alexander Isak. This time the German was making up for an error that he made himself, leading to the chance for the Swede, but he got down quickly to slap away what was a powerful shot by Alexander Isak. Shortly after that, Barcelona then doubled their lead as Dest made it 2-0 just before halftime after he was played through by none other than Lionel Messi, and the American finished with a striker's precision. This now makes it the third consecutive game in which Messi has assisted a first league goal for a teammate after assisting Moriba and Mingueza in the last two matches. Halftime and the score was 2-0. The second half started with Sociedad trying to get on the front foot and maybe get back in the match, and Isaac in particular started brightly, but Barca weren't in much of a mood for playing around as the Catalans quickly doubled their lead within 9 minutes of the restart. First up, Sergino Dest scored his second goal in the 53rd minute. The goal came as a result of some wonderful play by Jordi Alba to run in behind the Sociedad defense and cut back a pass that Dest met as Zubeldia attempted to clear it. 3 minutes later, Barca made it 4 as captain Lionel Messi decided to get in on the fun. The Argentine latched onto a long pass by Busquets and gently poked the ball past Ramiro in the Sociedad goal. The home side then seemed a bit winded as for a period of 20 minutes they just couldn't seem to get close to the Barcelona players, and on 71 minutes Dembele made it 5 after he ran at the beleaguered Sociedad players and finished with a pinpoint shot past Ramiro, who looked like a persecuted man at this point. That Dembele goal, I should mention, should have been his second of the night like Messi and Dest, but the sprightly Frenchman was robbed by a ridiculous VAR decision. Anyway, at 5-0 up, Barcelona took their foot off the gas as Koeman made the customary changes, the substitutions to give players some rest. The reduced urgency and intensity, though, allowed Sociedad to get back in the game as they scored what would have been the goal of the game had Barca not scored their sixth goal. But Anoeta with some wonderful combination play with Fernandes, who came on as a substitute, and he fired a rocket of a shot past Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who really had no chance. But like I said, that would have been the goal of the game if not for Barcelona's sixth. Mingueza won the ball back high up the pitch and he worked it to Messi. Messi then found Eli Shmoriba and the youngster played the ball across to Jordi Alba on the far flank, and Alba then proceeded to play a quick 1-2 with Riqui Puig, and the fullback cut the ball back to the only man he ever sees in such situations as he found his captain Lionel Messi, who wrapped up the scoring with an accurate finish into the bottom right corner of the persecuted man's net, the ball kissing the posts as it went past Ramiro. Final score 6-1 to Barcelona. I will now talk about the negatives and positives from the game, and as usual, first up, it's the negatives. Now, my negatives are very few. In fact, I only have one in particular, and that is, like last week, the refereeing and VAR. Now, I am not a person who believes that there is a help Real Madrid agenda that's going on with refereeing decisions that go against Barcelona, because I believe that the poor decisions are a thing that is evident in matches involving all teams, whether Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid. But some of those recent calls, the weird penalty that was given to Huesca last week, then this time around there was a clearly onside goal that was disallowed, and just generally some suspicious conduct on the ref and VAR's part. It took a bit of the fun away and I did not appreciate that. Moving on from there, I will now talk positives, which are as follows. First and foremost, we had loads of possession and we did a very good job of neutralizing Sociedad's counter-attacks most times. There were 3 or 4 counters that resulted in Sociedad getting some decent scoring opportunities, but those owed more to the quality of Alexander Isak, as in each of those occasions he was really the one that made something that resulted in a shot or something of a chance for his teammates. My second positive was Koeman's ascension to tactical god, as once again his 3 at the back system with Dembele playing as an advanced forward was just too much for his opposition to handle. Alguacil is himself quite adept at this football tactics stuff, alright? But he just could not live with the god tier stuff that Ronald Koeman was putting out, and it ended up being quite a comfortable win for the Dutchman on his, Griezmann's, Alba's, and Ronaldinho's birthday. Just imagine a 4-a-side team with those guys in their prime. My third and final positive was once again the young ballers on display last night. Oscar Mingueza shut down Mikel Oyarzabal as he marked him off the pitch. Wouldn't be surprised if the youngster escorted Oyarzabal to his car just to, make sure he did not pose any threat to anyone in the vicinity of that stadium last night. Then of course there was also a magnificent display by the young American Sergino Dest, who despite having a rocky start really came into life in the encounter as he scored 2 very crucial goals on the night. Finally, I will now talk about the man of the match. In my match preview, I said that Messi, Dembele, Dest and Alba would be among a number of key players for Barcelona, and all 4 of these guys delivered. And on what was a remarkable night for Barcelona's fullbacks, I went with one of them alongside Messi, as for the second time I have awarded the Blaugrana Everything Man of the Match to 2 players, and they are Sergino Dest and Lionel Messi. Well, that does it for my match review. What are your thoughts on the game? Who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, and do not forget to like and subscribe to Blaugrana Everything for more content. Have a great day and Forza Barca.